Hi everyone, it's the 19th of August. Now we had a major push, of course, last week. We had a break out of the bull flag, which I removed now because that job is done. And moreover, the red top band, you can see the perfect uptrend was broken to the upside, got back tested, which means we are going to definitely at least fill the gap of 5,605, which is this one here, right? That gap got filled, or actually it got filled already. We are already very close to a new all-time high. But the real issue here is this green channel had been broken and back tested already. So is it going to be able to push beyond the green, or are we going to come down and correct one more time to this golden bottom line at around 5,000 and then start again to push again all the way towards 6,000? That is a very critical one, and we will have to watch the price action really. As long as it stays out of the red, there is more upside. But the second back test, this was the failed back test, and the failed attempt to break back into the green uptrend. It could try again, and it could get all the way to a new all-time high, which would invalidate this green broken channel. But it needs a really good push towards 5,700 to do that. It may come down and then push to a new all-time high while backtesting that green channel, that broken green channel one more time. And that would be at, the previous all-time high was 5,725, and that would be actually the target. SPX cash is the same picture. The red uptrend has been broken to the upside, which of course is very, very bullish. You can see the breakout back test, and it is still out of it, which means we have more upside. If it starts to pull, I mean, sometimes these uptrends, that broken uptrends to the upside, break back in, get broken back in, and then meanwhile it actually forms a more manageable uptrend, which is this new red one that I show. But this is too early. It's too early for that. So my projection is that we ultimately get to a new all-time high, but it depends on how we get there. Dow Jones has a bit more clearer picture because the red bear flag was broken to the upside and the black bull flag was broken, obviously, and that we can remove it from the picture. Okay, the red bear flag, that perfect bear flag, was broken to the upside, which I showed many times, and I said if it does break, that's a long entry, and I hope some of you are already into it. Now we have the red resistance right there that may get tested one more time, which is at 42,500, and we are inside this golden uptrend. That also is very critical, and that really should drive it actually ultimately to this 42,500 level. Dow Jones Cash is the same story. That red made top band is green here. It's the same line. The red bear flag was broken to the upside. The black bull flag was broken, which means we have more upside coming up. The next potential resistance obviously could be this one, so we have to be careful. 1 second. I'm going to do the extended one. It's this here. No, not this. This one here. Oh, no. It actually shouldn't extend to the left. Yeah. So this here is quite a critical one. I mean, if it's not critical, but if it gets there, pulls back, and then breaks out, that also would become obviously very bullish. Nasdaq futures, continuous futures, is a more orderly uptrend, the purple one. It broke that green resistance. So if we remember last week, that's the 4 hourly chart. I said the blue resistance and the golden, that if they both break and we come for a back test, from there we rally, and that's exactly what happened. The golden top, the purple top band is the obvious target, and there is a gap. So the gap is at 19,900 something. So let me put a number to it, 19,946 on the futures. And this market is not going to stop before it gets there. Yeah, that is quite critical. So that's another, 300, 400 points before it gets to this gap fill. And then we'll see what happens. And of course, that gap fill is also in line with the green broken supports back test, right? That is going to get back tested. Yeah, while it's filling this gap right there, that's the green resistance. So we got to be very careful at that gap fill. And the obvious target, the obvious target here is the purple top band, actually, right here. And that's beyond the gap fill and beyond that green resistance that is coming our way. So we have to watch the price action carefully. I will be updating the charts. And by the way, I'm flying back to London tomorrow, and I'll be late afternoon in London, and I will update some of the miners charts, gold miner, future, silver, gold miners, because things are becoming very interesting in the mining world, and of course in the metals, which I will come in a minute. Nasdaq cash, that purple channel is the golden one on this one, okay? And we have, I'm going to pull back, right? This, we had the green one was very sloppy on the cash, so I had removed it. But what we have here, obviously, the blue resistance, the red, we broke and back tested, and ultimately we are still targeting that 20,000, and the gap fill on this one is at 19,750-ish. So that's the minimum target. So that's another 200 points, 250 points to go. Russell stayed inside the red bear flag. Looks like a bear flag, but obviously it couldn't be broken, which is, clearly bullish. But not only that, it is now broken. It has now broken the blue resistance with natural market forces. This was the inflation data. Then we came down pretty hard, reversed all of that. Now it's grinding up. It is now breaking this blue resistance one more time after bouncing off the gold imperfect support, right? Now it has this to recover as long as it stays inside the red channel. I'm going to be, updating the red boundary a little bit, and the red top band is then the natural target. And then we will see whether it can get to this golden resistance, 1, 2, 3. That's much higher, obviously, the previous highs. That level is 2,370. But my ultimate target is still this blue top band at 2,470 or so. FTSE is now trying to break out of the green bull flag one more time. That's an imperfect bull flag, obviously. Is it going to be able to take out this green resistance? So I'm going to not remove the bull flag because that was very sloppy. But this green resistance, 1, 2, 3 touches, right? That needs to be broken. And if it does break, and I think it will, we're going to get to 8,550, which is this black resistance or potential resistance from the highs of 2007. This is the high of 2018, and possibly we're going to get to that, and then we'll see whether it reverses there or after a small reversal if it breaks. DAX had bounced massively off the green support, right? 1, 2, that's the perfect touch on that green resistance. So this is the low of 2022, low of 2023, green support. And this is the green support, that's confirmed support. And look at the bounce. And we have the golden support that has been broken. It didn't hold as a resistance, so we can remove that from the picture. I think the last hurdle is this purple line that may become a resistance, and then it could come down hard. But I think I'm going to revise this one. Obviously, the break of this blue support would look bearish, at least for the short term. But if it wants to form a channel, then the break of the blue support would be cut short, and then the red bottom band would hold and we rally. So just have a look at this, and we're going to, of course, I'm going to be updating this price action all the time. This was a support, this line, this support zone was broken, but the backtest didn't even care. So DAX has been acting quite weirdly for the last couple of months. We'll see how it unfolds. But CAC, you can see it is now back to the broken support zone, which may hold as resistance. But more importantly, it is now trying to break this purple resistance right there. Is it going to be able to break, or is it going to, I think I may argue that the, just a second, I'm going to revise this. Let's put parallel lines again, and then we put it like this here. Something like this. So it may really reverse one more time very, very sharply. So if it does reverse that purple top band, right, you can see here it's getting tested. Bottom band, top band, it's getting tested. There is also this blue support that was broken. That is the bounce off the blue bottom band was not really very strong. So I'm not sure if we can call it a trend that was broken, because a trend of such magnitude from the 2000, from the COVID lows should have provided a much bigger bounce and then break. But this was a very mild bounce off it, and it wasn't really very, very precise anyway. So I'm going to remove this from the picture. The blue uptrend, that broken uptrend, is not very convincing to me. What I'm looking at right now is if this purple top band holds and this golden support, of course, that was broken, is it going to come down, bring it all the way to the red bottom band, and then we could see a major rally. So just watch this purple top band very carefully. TLT is, it had broken the golden bull flag at around 89. I gave you at 89. The blue resistance was broken, and the obvious target is the green top band, which is a potential resistance. Okay. There is, of course, there's overhead resistance levels that is coming our way, but first we have to get through this green top band. And on the 10-year treasury note, the blue top band, the ZN, the blue top band is going to be the potential resistance when it gets tested. This is oil. This is US oil, and the green channel was broken, and that's why it's coming down. It came down. It touched the red channel. I mean, they formed the red channel, which is, of course, a potential bull flag now. If it wants to come down further, it has to get to the red and then come down to break it. If this red bull flag breaks to the upside, then we may see at least back to the 80 and then come all the way to 81, 82. So this is going to decide what we are going to do next, what we are going to see next on oil. My wishful thinking is still that we ultimately come down to this blue and the golden major support zone at around $70, and we can start buying oil. And this is Brent oil, is the more or less the same picture. I'm going to put it also like the bull flag right here, the red potential bull flag. It has to be broken to the upside for more, for a rally. Of course, if it wants to come down to this long-term, I'm going to put it on the daily, right? This blue support rail, right? That one, it could come down to those $75. If it would be nice, to buy it at around 75. It came to 75 actually just recently, but I thought it's going to come down further, and then we'll see below 75, just below 75, there is this blue major support rail. Natural gas, it didn't stay inside the blue uptrend, even though there was a bull flag that was broken, but it broke back down. So the blue, sloppy channel was broken to the downside. I thought it is going to fill the gap, staying inside the blue, touch that red top band, and then come down. But natural gas can't get a break. I'm not turning bullish whatsoever. Okay, I don't think the downside is done. I think we're still going to get to 1.3 by end of September, and then we can bet the house on it. I'm serious. It is going to be a major low on natural gas at 1.3. Let's have a look at natural gas September. You can see this was the green bull flag that was broken to the upside. It got back tested several times, right? And every time it tried to bounce, but then it failed and came back down pretty big time. It didn't touch that golden top band perfectly, and it didn't really fill the gap of this here. I wish it did, right? That gap was at 23.18. It may still do it. Yeah, it may. But yeah, look, it didn't have the power to get to that 23.18. Gold. This is spot gold. And I had shown you many times this red support, the green bull flag breakout, came down for the red support, tested. The red internal resistance was broken, got tested, and the blue support, resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, quite a few touches on that. And I said, if it does break, we're going to get to 2,500, and then we will see whether that golden resistance can be taken out. This is a major resistance that is being broken. Okay, and gold is breaking free here. And the next, well, it could go all the way to 27, 28. This is clear skies again. Okay, and the gold spot continuous futures, if it can, yeah, that golden top band is clearly broken by the futures, continuous futures data, right? 1, 2, 3, it's gone. It actually got back tested on Friday. This is a massive one, 2,518 already. And it actually reached there after bouncing off the red perfect bottom band support. This is only trading channels could actually, I told you once it bounced, I said the red bottom band is our guidance. And I think it's going to get to the golden top band and break it. And here we are. The red top band is the minimum target now, which is at 2,600, over 2,600, maybe 2,650. That's the logical target here. Okay, that's the normal target here. And even silver has broken back into the green uptrend. That green uptrend was broken, and it's broken back in, which is obviously very bullish. We can remove this green. Now the obvious formation here is the red top band. If it does hold, we may still see it coming down towards 25, just over 25, and then rally. So we got to be careful at the red top band. This is the spot chart, and the level for that is 29.90. Yeah, that's around 29.90. And the platinum had broken the red downtrend. This red downtrend was broken last week. I said the green top band is a potential resistance. It didn't happen. The golden resistance, so I will remind you what happened. The blue support was broken, and it got back tested while it was also testing the red top band. That was a potential resistance, potential double resistance, but it became a resistance and it sold off big time. Then we have the recovery, and the red top band was broken last week. It stalled at the black resistance, that standalone resistance. But what matters here for platinum is that it gets to the golden resistance and smashes through that blue resistance as well. Yeah, that rail. So anything above 1,000, above $1,000 is going to look very bullish. Last one is copper. I gave you at 393 at the red plus blue double support. And then from there, it broke that green resistance. Again, that was very bullish. I gave you this one as well. 393, I said 393 buy, 391 is the stop. And we are at 417. This is one of the best calls of this year. I must admit, this is now, yeah, especially if it gets to the red top band, maybe even pulls back and then breaks the red top band. That call at 393 is going to look even better. Okay, now we have forex. Euro is breaking. It has broken the green major resistance and back tested it. What we have here is now the back test held the blue resistance and the golden more short-term resistance. They're all broken, which is why euro has more upside. The minimum target is this blue top band. And I think from there, we are going to break 115, 116, and that will be a giant breakout. I don't know if I have the lines here, but that giant one would be this here. Okay, there is a giant bull flag from the highs of 2008, right? If it breaks this red top band, we will get to 160 in the coming years. Yeah, we may not even see parity. We may not see 105 or something in our lifetimes. That's how I see it. Pound sterling, that golden resistance is broken, right? That is now, it's not broken, but it's getting there. At 130, it would clear. It's right there. It is the resistance from the high of 2008. That's the financial crisis, right? It came down. Now the obvious target is around 1.45, and it's trying to break this golden resistance, and you can see it penetrated back into the green broken uptrend, which is of course very bullish. So in my opinion, my projection is that we're going to break this today, this week. One last hurdle may be this. Okay, right this. So it gets to this, pulls back a little bit, and then breaks it properly. And that really is going to catapult pound sterling to 140, 145 level. US dollar Japanese yen is coming down. It didn't backtest the red broken channel, unfortunately, but it came very close to it. I think there may be more downside all the way to the green bottom, or we may get to that blue plus red and then reverse from there. DXY obviously is making new lows after the failed bull flag and its back test. This is perfection, really. I thought maybe it could get a little bit in and then come down, but actually it didn't. This red broken bottom band, this failed bull flag, got back tested and it's now making new lows. That is very, very bearish for US dollar. And Aussie dollar is now ripping, and after breaking this green resistance, and it's now going to get to the blue top band, and we'll see whether it can break it or not. So, and the most obvious one is this Kiwi. It's now forcing that blue resistance. I wouldn't call it a proper resistance, but yeah, it is now doing it. But the most important one is this golden one. This year is 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024, right? 4 perfect touches. Now, if it does break, Kiwi is going to get to 6,500. So I urge you to buy a heavy Kiwi. This could actually, yeah, make all your losses disappear, because I think it's going to really, really rally to that red top band, that giant resistance. That is, I think, is going to be the target. If this golden resistance breaks, we're going to get to that red top band. This is the high of 2014. right? That here. US dollar CAD couldn't break out. That golden top band, it couldn't really, it broke out, but now it's come back down. Of course, with the weak US dollar, this blue support may break, and that would actually take down the US dollar CAD. Now we have coffee. I'm not really complaining that it didn't fill the gap at 227. I wish it did so that I could buy the half again. It didn't. I'm still long half on the coffee, and we broke out. So remember 223, we bought the red. The golden bull flag was broken by after leaving a gap here at 227, and now the purple bull flag, or kind of, it's not really a bull flag. I'm going to remove it. It's not really, I don't like that kind of stuff. This black channel is our guidance. If it gets to the 250 one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches, 250, anything above 250, 255 is going to take us to 275, that blue top band, that 275. That is my ultimate target, and that's going to be a really nice gain because we bought it initially. Remember, we bought it at 197 and we closed after the around 247. Then we bought it. I mean, that's proper coffee trading. 196, we closed at 247, came down, we bought it at 223. Now we're going to target 275. That is so good gains without really no drawdowns. Now the green support on wheat is coming again, but I think the red bull flag is going to form. If it touches the red bottom band at 520, I'm expecting upside, then the red channels break, and then we will see a really big rally towards 570 actually. And this is the September contract. We need to check when these September contracts are expiring. Then the green plus golden at 560, we could get there, and then we'll see whether it reverses there. Soybeans is still digging deep, like 938 is incredibly weak. How much soybeans is out there really? But on the September contract, it somehow is looking a little bit better because this red support held. Okay, even though it held, it still made a new low. This green resistance has to be broken for at least a relief bounce, but it's far from out of the woods. Being corn, this blue downtrend is still on. It couldn't be broken. You can see it touched a new low. It's still inside the green downtrend. It's touching the green bottom band. They are all so depressed. So for the long term, I think the ETFs, the unleveraged ETFs of corn, soybeans, and wheat are really good ones, and they offer really, really big upsides. This is corn's September contract. It's golden support. Even though it tried to break it, it still managed to stay above it. Now, is it going to break that blue top band? That is the question. If it does, then yes, there's going to be a bit more upside. And cocoa, you can see here, cocoa is looking so good. And I gave you at the green bottom band as a potential support, and it touched off. It touched the green bottom band. Who can do that? Who can say this is the top band? It came down, and I said repeatedly, this green bottom band is a potential support, and it's exactly where it bounced. The red bull flag is broken. Now it is going to break the green top band, and anything above 92.50, right? 9300. Buy more or buy cocoa ETF. Simple. Sugar, I don't know what it's trying to do really. It's kind of stuck at that golden red support, but it had broken the blue uptrend. It's this green resistance. It looks bearish, but it's not. It's now refusing to sell. But of course, it will sell if this green support breaks on the October contract. And last one is cotton. It is off the red bottom band, so we may get to the blue and break it. Let's have a now look at the coin space, okay? Now you can see the Bitcoin. is the golden uptrend was broken and back tested, and the blue bull flag had failed during the last spike down. Is it going to come down and break that purple support? Or you can see that purple support from the lows of 2015. Okay, that purple support is a very long-term one from 2015. Okay, or is it going to get to the 70,000 and smash through? Yeah, that remains to be seen. Okay, and Ethereum is looking still bearish to me, even though it's look bullish on the green channel. The red and golden broken supports are back tested, especially the golden one, and it's still holding as resistance. So this may easily come down and break. Okay, for a rally, it has to smash through this golden and red resistance levels, and that would be 229.50. CAS is inside the green bull flag. Solana is inside the golden bull flag. PAL is inside the purple bull flag. And Pepe is inside the green bull flag. So these are lovely bull flags. Zcash is, I'm going to show you the long term. It had broken the golden resistance at 36, but the blue top band has to be broken. Aave, let me show you, the red resistance has to be broken. The blue top band has to be broken properly for Aave to rally. AVAX looking still very, very sick. ACH not good, even though we could rally if it can break the green and golden resistance levels. ADA is on the red off the red support, but it has broken the blue bottom band. Audio still looking bad unless it breaks the red downtrend. BNB, the Binance coin, is inside the green bull flag. So this could really work out. If it can break out, it may try this giant bull flags break again. Chili's is down, down, down. No hope for this one. CKB also massively down. It's not really looking very good. Coty is off the green support. It has to get to the red and break it. Data not good. It's trying to bounce off the green support one more time. Yeah, Dogecoin is still doji, and you can see here the red uptrend is broken and back tested. It's this green bull flag that gives hope, but I don't think it's not really looking very good. But maybe this also may help the bulls. So I'm going to put this as golden color, okay? And Polkadot looks terrible. DYDX looks, nah. It has to get to the green top band and break it, and get to the golden top band. So not really looking very good, because it just made new lows, multi-year lows. And Fetch, or this is Fetch AI, right? And this here is the red uptrend that may be forming, but you can see it failed the golden bull flag. FTM, no. Phantom looks bad. GRT looks bad. HBAR looks bad because of the red channel, and it's not. Well, we can remove HBAR. That looks terrible. Hive, not good. Jasmine, not good. It's this blue channel. It has to get to the green bottom band and then rally. That looks actually not too bad. Jasmine belongs to the top, so I'm going to Jasmine put there. Chainlink, right? It's well, it came down pretty hard, and it's trying to form the red bull flag. But I think ultimately it's going to test the green channel's break, which was at 720, and from there we may see a big rally starting. That's Chainlink. Litecoin, that blue channel was broken and getting back tested. It may get to the red top band because this also is a bull flag formation, but it's a potential bull flag. I'm not saying it's a bull flag. Mana looks terrible. I'm not gonna remove it, but it looks horrible, really. Matic came to the green bottom band and it's also failing to bounce off it. It had already broken the blue bottom band. OM is coming closer to that red bottom band. If it does hold, we'll rally. PYR, it's been a while, but PYR has broken the blue support as well. It's off the red, so it may get to the red top band and break it, but ultimately this looks horrible, really. RSR is inside, it's off the green. It may be forming the red bull flag. Sandbox is not really doing much. Everything is crumbling. Without Bitcoin, none of them will work. None of them. It's all pure speculation. There is no real value on most of these guys. So I keep saying this. I keep repeating because it has to be repeated. It has to be understood that most of these coins don't mean anything. They don't have no meaning. They don't have no value. So speculation, yes, but buy and hold to become like Bitcoin, no. You just have to get out of this thought. This is Shiba, and it may come down. I mean, it came to the blue bottom band 3 times, and it already back tested the breakout level at. I gave you at 110, and I told you to get out at the red top band, which was the potential resistance at 440. Then it came down and it back tested. Now the blue bull flag may form, and then Shiba may get to the red top band and even break it ultimately. And Sui looks bad. I don't see anything here. Theta looks bad. Tia is inside the red downtrend. You know, it may run if it can break out of the red downtrend. Vendry, no, it's not really looking very good. Yeah. And last one is Monero. One of my favorites is this green top band has to be broken for Monero to rally. So I'm going to put it also at the top, guys. All right, guys, take care. Keep in touch. Bye.